Hi, my name is Alan Cucci. I'm in Communications 101 course at Ivy Tech. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the sport that used to be called National Survivor Game and is also now known as the sport of paintball. In 1971 was when the game, or in 1970 was when the guns were first used, and according to the history of paintball, James Hale of Daisy Manufacturing was the man that actually patented and made the first production paintball guns. Those were used to mark trees and livestock by farmers so that they would know their property and stuff like that. Um, they first got together in 1981 to play a game uh, by themselves, and it was a one-on-one free-for-all where everybody was by themselves, and it was every man for himself. In 1982, the first indoor field was actually made, or not indoor, I'm sorry, the first outdoor field was made in 1982. In 1983, the first actual tournament was held, and the first prize for that was $14,000. In 1984, the first ever indoor field was made, and these fields were large fields set up for large groups of people that they could have parties or just a bunch of different guys getting together to play. And there would be bunkers set up, um, made out of wood mostly, or in the outdoor fields there would be like bushes and stuff like that that they could hide behind. Um, the first actual professional tournament, like I said, was in 1983, and they've been holding those ever since. Um, they first started out mostly on the coast around San Francisco and stuff like that. Now they're actually held all over the world. Today, the prizes are usually around or in the area of $100,000, some more, some less, and then they also have scholarships that they give out and things like that. According to modern history, there are roughly 5 million players in 2006, and over half of them were under the age of 18. Um, when the sport first started, they actually had no form of protection. They had nothing to cover their eyes or their faces. Now the sport actually has, this right here is one type of mask that they use. The lens are special lenses to protect your eyes. Um, they'll basically stop anything paintball wise from getting to your eyes, and they'll protect your face, and they can cover your neck. Some do. Um, the the guns have came a long way now. The first guns were actually pump action guns that were small 12 gram CO2 cartridges used. That's what they use to propel the paintballs. This is one of the newer paintball guns today. This is actually a couple years old. It's called Amber Mini. It has an electronic trigger, and it actually has electronics in right here that control everything from how fast the gun will shoot. You can set it to shoot full auto, 3-round burst, semi-automatic. You can set it to where once you shoot so many balls a second, it'll shoot to a certain height. These run off actual compressed air instead of the CO2 now, and they have loaders that can actually load this up to 30 balls a second now. Um, the loaders nowadays are actually sound activated, some of them, or they have a laser that will actually show the balls dropping through. The loaders they had back then, most of them were just little small 10-round tubes. The bigger ones were actually, I think, 30-round. It wasn't a tube, but it was just like a small canister that went on the top of the paintball gun and the feed neck. But now the loaders hold about 180 or so. And that's the history of paintball. I hope I've taught you some things.